Hi everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce, Traveling with Bruce, do a live show, trivia time, 7 o'clock Eastern on a Friday night. Welcome everybody. It's nice to see you here. I hope you're having an okay week. Nice of you to join me. Appreciate it. Brittany, I'm so sorry to hear this news. Just reading your note here, talking about your grandmother passed away at 90. Sounds like a pretty good life. I'm sure she meant a lot to you, and you have all of our best wishes, of course. Thank you for sharing that news and just saying hi to us about this. Appreciate it, and I hope it's all going to be all right. John Van saying hello. Nikki also saying hi and passing on her deepest condolences to you as well. Thank you, everybody, for being here. John Anderson saying hello. John Van is here. Nikki is here. They're coming in. They're finding us. They're tracking us down. I can't hide from anybody anymore. It's impossible. Too famous. I'm just too darn famous. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Nice to have you. Larry is here. How you doing, Larry? Welcome to the trivia show tonight. Kirk Brunson from the Big Apple is in the house. How you doing, Kirk? Good evening, Bruce. Kirk from New York City is here for trivia and more. Jeannie is here as well. Jeannie and Bill, of course. How are you guys doing? They're watching from East Tennessee, where it's 88 degrees and dry right now. Brittany, my husband, and I are stopping for the night in Pensacola and driving the rest of the way tomorrow. Right on, Brittany. Debbie Manuel from Chico, California is in the house. How you doing? Oh, Brittany, I'm so very sorry to hear this. Best wishes to you and your family. Welcome, Debbie, to the channel tonight. It's so nice to see you. Nikki Singleton, Jacksonville, saying hello, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Welcome, Nikki from Jacksonville. You only live once. That's right, SVT Boxer. Welcome to the gang and the show tonight here from Creston, British Columbia. It's trivia here on a Friday night. I hope you guys you're hanging in there. You survived the week intact. Get ready for the weekend. Hopefully you'll get some relaxation in. Maybe visit some relatives, see some friends, get some good food. Whatever you got to do, you got to do, and do what you do what you must do. I know that we're busy here. I am just booked up. I've got all day tomorrow. I'm going. Got a couple of private sessions. I got my class to do tomorrow. Then Sunday I've got another class to do, and I have two people that might be booking me for private sessions. Oh, there's no time off. Just busy, staying on top of things. But you know what? It's okay. We're all right. Jennifer and I just got back from a quick trip to Timmy Hortons for a coffee, and we stopped on the way home at the U-Haul Center. That's where you pick up packing supplies when you're moving, and we're picking up packing supplies right now. We are getting ready to move out of here, picking up that you get you get that saran wrap stuff that you get on a roll, and you can roll that around anything. We got that, and we've got a package of boxes and one of those. You get one of those, a couple of those dinner sets where you put your plates and your bowls and your cups into custom made felt kind of little envelopes, and then they go into a box. And oh yeah, we got a couple of those for all the good stuff. The cheap stuff we're not even taking with it. Yeah, we're getting ready to roll and hit the road here. Probably, well, we're wondering a month to a little bit from now, sometime in September, probably the latter part of September. We'll see. The house is for sale. It hits the MLS system, I think, tomorrow. So from what we understand, we'll see what happens here with interest from potential buyers. I don't know. Unbelievable. Let's see what happens. British Shilling. Hello, everybody. Good evening, British Shilling. Nice to have you here tonight. Welcome to the gang this evening. Nice to see you here. Yeah, we're gonna be nomads. Jennifer and I will be moving out of here, heading to Calgary. There will be a truck with our stuff, and most of the furniture we're leaving behind here. It's not coming with it. But whatever is coming with us will be in a truck, and we're going straight to a storage unit in Calgary, and it will be stored there. Then in our car will be two big suitcases, two carry-on suitcases, and a couple of bags, and maybe one plastic snap type lid box with a few, like one plate or two plates, two forks, two knives, two spoons, two cups, a coffee maker, just the very basics. So if we end up in a Motel 6, we can make a good cup of coffee and eat off of real dishes if we bring something into the room. We'll figure that out. We're nomads. We're going to be nomads, and oh man, it's going to be a change. Vasta is here. Good Friday, all good vibes. Welcome, Vasta. Nice to have you here. SVT Boxer Vagabond. That's the same as a Nomad. Kinda. Yeah, we're gonna be staying in kind of a furnished apartment in Calgary for about a month or so. That's at least the hope. Crossing our fingers, we're hoping and plotting that it'll be about a month, and then we hope, be able in October, to be able to drive into America. Cross our fingers. I don't know yet. Maybe we can drive into America, and we'll be in the car heading south where it's warm, and heading to Arizona, California area for a bit, and we will be renting an Airbnb or something down there. We'll figure that out. If we can't drive, then we will park the car at a friend's place in Calgary, fly out of Calgary to the USA, rent a car down there, and then figure out what happens forever, how long. And there's all kinds of stuff happening. We do not know where we will be. Larry, I love the wardrobe change. TWB shirt. There you go. Traveling with Bruce. That's right. The old fish with fishes, swimming with fishes. SVT, Larry, Titus, you like that? I agree. So we're going to see how all this comes together. We've got, we might have to head down to Chico, California, and just knock on Debbie's door, in the middle of the night, and go, hey, Deb, listen, you mind if we hang out with you for a couple of days? We're homeless. We have nowhere to stay, and we're just nomads now. Then she might look at us and go, "What? You're losers now? You used to be famous. You had your own place. Oh no, you're not welcome in my house. No, you move on. You go somewhere else." Maybe we'll put our car seats in recline, and we'll just kind of sleep in a Walmart parking lot somewhere, and just kind of stay at the occasional Walmart parking lot, and use bathrooms at In-N-Outs, and rough it. Oh, we're roughing it. We're on the road, and we're just traveling aimlessly about. Well, we'll see how that all works out. That should be a lot of fun. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I don't know about this. I'm not so sure what's going on here. We'll figure it out when we know more. We'll keep you posted. You'll hear from us when we know what really happening out there. I have no idea. Just no idea. Anyway. Troll Bruce is homeless now. Debbie, you can stay here as long as you want, Bruce. Just super hot and smoke and ash everywhere. There you go. That sounds so exciting, Debbie. So luxurious. Forgive us if we, pass you by and head further south. But thank you for the offer. He's on the lam, says anti-PC. He is on the lam. Kevin Postal laughing out loud. Brittany, my husband and I don't like the humidity of North Florida and Louisiana. Temperatures are nice and comfortable in Orlando. Very good weather there. That's good to hear. But yes, it can be humid in certain places in the south. Oh gosh, can it ever? We're here in Creston right now. It is so smoky here, like from the forest fires. We can't see more than 3 miles in distance. It is really bad. It is a yellowy, hazy air out here. The sun, you can look right at it during the daytime. You can look at it's an orange ball, but in all that ash up there, it's just an orange ball all day long. We're actually about 8 degrees cooler than we're supposed to be at ground temperature because the air is so soaked with this smoke and ash. The sun can't bake up the heat up the ground and warm up the air. Quite amazing how this is going. So we're just hoping for clearer skies soon. We do know we have potentially some shower activity in our future, but that isn't until Tuesday next week, and even then there's only like 1 day of possible shower activity. There used to be 2 days of shower activity forecast. Now there's only one, so this might not make it. We'll see. We're going to be 93 tomorrow, 93 on Sunday, Monday 81, Tuesday high of 66. That was the shower day. Wednesday back to 75, Thursday 79 again. So, well, we'll see what's going on. You have to moderate your health risk. You have to be careful with the outside air, they say here in Canada. The air quality is kind of low right now around here. Hopefully that'll blow away soon. Brittany, beverage of choice for the show is bottled water. Right on, Miss Brittany, Mrs. Anderson. Mine is caffeine-free Diet Coke in a TWB classic mug, which I enjoy. Ah, yes. Ah, refreshing. So good, so refreshing. A lovely beverage of choice to get through the evening and move on from there. Thank you all for popping in to see us tonight. It's nice to see you here tonight. Hope you're going to have an okay weekend out there. I've got some trivia for you tonight, and we'll see how you guys do on this stuff. Kevin Postal, I got tequila. Ah, Kevin knows what he's doing. Professional. We're not talking an amateur here. Beautifully done, sir. We're going to start up some trivia here to see how you guys do on this stuff. This first trivia question I'm going to set up right now, if I can, here with my big ass pencil for my big ass iPad. See if I get this going. Oh yes, I've got it ready. I haven't played this quiz. I think I did over a year ago. It's been a long time since I've asked this quiz, so not sure how you guys will do on this one. Larry, haha, the mug had a wardrobe change too. That's true. That's right. You're very observant there. SVT vodka here, Bruce. Brittany, ready for it. Brittany's ready. We're all ready to roll. Here comes your first trivia question of the night. Let's see how you guys do on this one. You remember when you went to high school? At every high school in North America, we all have our we're all known as something. We all have a nickname. Your football team is the the whatevers. And your basketball team. Anyway, I want you to tell me if you can. He's got a match, says Auntie. Bud Light, Tall Boys. Way to go, Dave. Way to go. Welcome, Dave. I want you to tell me the names of high school nicknames. Tell me the high school nicknames. Start with yours. What was your high school called? What were you known as? And let's see what we've got. Fighting Irish is not high school. That's kind of college. But I'm looking for your nicknames from high school. How about the Wolves? You know what? I'm sure the Wolves are here somewhere. We'll take a look for the Wolves. Yeah, the Wolves. There's 142 high schools in the United States with the nickname Wolves. How about that? The Indians. Brittany, not India, not Brittany. Yeah, Brittany had the Indians as well. The Indians. Let's take a look for the Indians. Who called themselves? Yeah, there were 432 schools called themselves the Indians. You got to wonder how many of those schools are changing their nicknames right now. How about the Hurricanes? Were there high schools known as the Hurricanes? Well, there probably were. But to make this quiz of 39 most popular high school nicknames, you got to have at least 102 schools named Hurricanes. And I don't have 102 Hurricane schools here, so I'm not going to be able to take that one. But how about Wildcats? Yeah, 669 schools in the United States have the nickname Wildcats. There's a lot of Wildcats out there. Cavaliers. How about the Cavaliers for a high school nickname? The Cavaliers. I don't have 102 or more of those. What about the Buccaneers? The Buccaneers. Nope, I don't have 102 or more of those. The Panthers. There were 809 high schools with the nickname Panthers, the third highest in America. Panthers. Forest Hills Rangers. The Rangers. How many schools use the term Ranger? Not enough. Didn't make the list, unfortunately. Not going to work out. Let's keep going here. We've got the Buccaneers again. We got the Wildcats. The Mighty Hornets. How about the Hornets, baby? The Hornets. Don't mess with the Hornets. You're going to get stung. There were 253 high schools in the United States with the nickname Hornets. Wolverines. The Wolverines. Were there schools nicknamed Wolverines? That's what they changed in the middle of the night. Yeah, 145 of them. 145 schools with the nickname Wolverines. How about the Comets? The Comets. The Comets want to be named after an astrological event? No, I haven't got the Comets yet. Trojans. What about the Trojans? 365 high schools named Trojans. Panthers, we've done. Jackrabbits. Quicker than quick. Jackrabbit. No, not Jackrabbits. What about the Plagues? The peg legs. How about the peg legs? I like that, but that's not going to work. How about the Lions? 532 schools had the nickname Lions. I hope none, says Eddie. How about the Eagles? The number one high school nickname in America, the Eagles. How patriotic can you get? 1,273 high schools were named the Eagles. Yeah. What's this? Dogged. I don't know what that means. The Bulldogs. How about the Bulldogs? The fourth highest number of schools with that, or the Bulldogs, 806 high schools were known as the Bulldogs. How about the Centurions? The Centurions. Ooh, that sounds so cool. Nope, no, not 102 or more. How about the Beavers? The Beavs. The Beavas. The Beavers. No. The Beavers didn't make the list. Myrtle Beach Seahawks. The Seahawks. What about the Seahawks for high school nicknames? Nope, not 102 or more. How about the Tigers? The number two high school nickname is Tigers. 881 high schools. That you've got the first batch here. You got the Eagles, the Tigers, the Panthers, the Bulldogs, the Wildcats. Those are your top batch right there. How about the Eagles? We did them. The Tigers, yep. Bulldogs, Tigers, the Patriots. How about talk about national pride and all that sort of stuff? The Pats, the Patriots. 269 high schools were known as the Patriots. The Spartans, yes. The Spartans, 274 high schools called themselves the Spartans. The Tigers we've got. What about the Falcons? The Falcons, yes, 360 high schools were known as the Falcons. The Lions we've done. Eagles we've done. Tigers, Bears. The Bears. What about the Bears? Let's see. Yes, 225 high school. 25 high schools. The Bears, that's their handle. The Warriors, 653 Warriors. Yes, lots of Warrior schools. The Hornets. Did we not do the Hornets already? Yes, we did. The Titans. I think we did the Titans. Did we not do the Titans? Let me just double check for the Titanis. The Titans. No, we haven't. Here we go. 135 Titans. 135 high schools call themselves the Titans. Now the Cardinals, 287 high schools were known as the Cardinals. The Jaguars, the Jags, baby. What about the Jaguars? Let's see. Did a lot of high schools call themselves Jaguars? 139 Jaguar high schools. Yeah. What about the Saints? Maybe the Catholic schools? I don't know. Saints, the Fighting Saints, 124 of them made the list. The Bears we've done. Yes, I used to be a cheerleader. Ha ha. And doubles. That's right. We did the doubles. The Bulls. We did the Bears. Let's do doubles. The Bulls. Have we got doubles? The Bulls. No, I don't have Bulls. I don't have the Bulls. How about that? No Bulls. How about the Ducks? Did any high schools call themselves the Ducks? Really? The Ducks? Really? No. Would you go to a school if your nickname was the Ducks? I mean, come on. The Pirates. The Pirates. Yes, 255 schools call themselves the Pirates. Greetings from Conroe, Texas. Jack Wise, welcome. It's 90 Fahrenheit sunny. Welcome, Jack Wise. Jack, we're looking for high school nicknames. Schools with high school nicknames. What are the most popular? Auntie PC Larry says, I was in the marching band all 4 years. Auntie, so awesome, Larry. I love the band. Auntie, our band was called the Green Machine, SVT. Maybe the Snakes. You trying to give me the Snakes? Little typo there. Snakes. The schools call themselves the Snakes. I don't know if they want to do that. No, they didn't call themselves a snake. At least not enough of them anyway. How about the Huskies, Bruce? The Huskies. Certainly the schools up north would have called themselves the Huskies. 141 high schools called themselves the Huskies. Yes. I'm late. Welcome, Colleen. The line at Popeyes was bananas. Welcome. What instrument, Larry Titus? Tuba, drums? What you play? Jack, no longer PC. The Redskins. That's true. No longer allowed. The Redskins were their high schools calling themselves the Redskins. No, not necessarily the Redskins. How about the Bisons? The high school So high schools that call themselves the Bisons. That would be like the prairie schools. Not enough of them, I guess. Didn't make the list. How about the Cougars? Oh, yeah. 485 high schools call themselves the Cougars. What about this one? The Pachyderms. The Pachyderms. Oh, I don't think so. The Mustangs. What about the Mustangs? 406 high schools call themselves the Mustangs. How about the Jaybirds? The Jaybirds. I don't think so. No, I don't have the Jaybirds. All NFL and MLB teams. That should do it. Anti-BC, I was a music geek, clarinet, bass, clarinet, and mellophone, as well as other instruments in the concert bands. Anti-BC says, nice. Makes sense that you would send the Yoko album. That would make sense. What about the Grizzlies? Were there any high schools known as the Grizzlies? Mean old Grizzlies. No, I don't have the Grizzlies. The Stallions. How about high schools known as the Stallions? Hey, man, the Stallions. I think Mustangs kind of sup for that. No, Stallions no can do it. My other high schools were the Archers. The Archers? What, you bow and arrow guys? Are you kidding me? That's not even on here. How about the Chargers? The Chargers. The Chargers? Yep, 133 high schools call themselves the Chargers. Indians? Anyone wondering? I think we looked for those already, and we found them earlier. I think so. Did we not? The Indians, maybe not. Oh yeah, 432 high schools call themselves the Indians. Kind of wondering if they're all changing right now. The Sharks. What about high schools calling themselves the Sharks? Nope. The Lions we've done. John Van is in the house. I'm here. Welcome, John. How about the Penguins? I don't think you'd be coming off with a tough image if you're calling yourself the Penguins. I don't think that's going to work for high school. I know it doesn't look like Mustangs we've done. Blue Jays, Dang Beetles, Dung Beetles, the Skin Flute. Oh no, no, nope. We've got there's a 410 high schools that named themselves after a chess piece. All those chess pieces there. One of those high schools call themselves after one of those. How about the Yellow Jackets, Bruce? Do they call themselves the Yellow Jackets? Nope, I don't have jackets. The Yellow Jacket. John Van Woha Band. Vikings. What about the Vikes? My high school were the Vikings. 354 Vikings. Yeah, there are 354 schools called the Vikings. The Longhorns. What about them there Longhorns? No, not enough high schools to count. What about the Kings? The school calls themselves the Kings. Nope, I haven't got the Kings. This one time in band camp. Going timeout. The Knights. That's right, the Knights. You got it. It's the Knights. Chess piece. 410 high schools are known as the Knights. That's true. How about the Dolphins? Do high schools call themselves Dolphins? No. I'm just joking. I'm bringing it to trivia. The Knights, the Kings, Kims, the Huns. You can't bring the Skin Flute to trivia. 1958 Fort Wayne, Indiana, Southside High School Archers won the Indiana State Basketball Championship, as in the movie The Hoosiers. How about that? The Archers. Wow, that's awesome stuff. Way to go, Archers. But unfortunately, we need 102 or more schools to call themselves the Archers to make this most popular list. That they didn't make it. We have another nickname for a high school named after a Los Angeles-based football team in the NFL. We have another group of high schoolers that nicknamed themselves after an NFL team that just moved to Las Vegas to start this season. We have another group of high schoolers that refer to themselves as warriors that you would equate with the Middle Ages with Monty Python. I saw an online ad for the San Mateo Pawns one time. The Pawns. Oh no, that's the wrong chess piece. What about the Rams, Bruce? There's an LA team called the Rams. Yeah. Yep, 297 high schools call themselves the Rams. Let's see, Chargers. That's right. I think we've done Chargers already, though. I'm looking for the folks that are now in in Las Vegas. The Raiders. That's right. The Raiders. 282 schools call themselves the Raiders. Jays. I'll send an email to alumni in the other 101. The Rams and the Knights. Now here's another one. This school, they named themselves after a Chicago-based NHL hockey team. And then there's the you remember the movie that, 1955 or something like that, was done by James Dean, Something Without a Cause. There's high schoolers that call themselves that name. Anybody know? What about Gators, Bruce? Are there Gators? We don't have enough Gators to make this list. The Hawks. Yes, the Hawks. 210 high schools call themselves the Hawks. Exactly. The Red Wings, the Rebels. That's right. Rebels without a cross. 286 high schools, the Rebels. That's what they're known as. The Rebels. There you go. The Seminoles, Rebel without a cause. I'm looking for, let's see. Fire-breathing animal. Fire-breathing animal. Cougars we have. Rebels we just got. Named after an Atlanta-based baseball team. I'm looking for those guys. I'm looking for a Houston basketball team named NBA. And the first people to land at who came over on the Mayflower, when they landed, what were they known as? They were known as, boom, and then as they headed west, they were known as, what do we got? All right, we got the Dragons. That's right, we have Dragons. That's correct. The Dragons. Where were we? Right here. There are 133 high schools called the Dragons. We have the Braves. That's right, the Braves. There are 110 high schools named the Braves. I think they're going to be changing their names pretty soon. Rockets. That's right, Rockets. 109 of those. I'm not looking for Pilgrims. No. After that, once they left that area and headed west, they were known as what? Kind of misled you a little bit there. Pilgrims is correct answer, but it's not what I'm looking for. I apologize. Beatles, the Rockets, the Pilgrims, and the Texans. No, and no. I'm looking for the guys that from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. They wore those outfits, those steel outfits, and rode horses. Although that's how they actually rode their horses. What would those guys called? They were fighting those religious wars way back when. What were they called? We have Texans, Quakers. I will pat you on the head to send you on your way. Homesteaders? No, Pioneers. Exactly. Nikki, we've got 102 high schools that call themselves the Pioneers. Absolutely. And we got a couple left over here that never came in. We have I've been looking for the Crusaders. Was looking for Crusaders. 234 high schools call themselves the Crusaders. 184 high schools call themselves the Bobcats. 169 call themselves the Blue Devils. 110 call themselves the Red Devils. I would wonder if there are, once in a while, if they have petitions to change these names from time to time from the squeamish folks. I don't know. Who knows? Crusaders. There you are, Crusaders. There it is. We're done. We've got the high school names. All the high school names have come in. How about that? We started with the Eagles, the Tigers, the Panthers, the Bulldogs, Wildcats, Warriors, Lions, Cougars, Indians, Knights, Mustangs, Trojans, the Falcons, Vikings, Rams, Cardinals, Raiders, Spartans, Patriots, Pirates, Hornets, Crusaders, Bears, Hawks, Rebels, Bobcats, Blue Devils, Wolverines, Wolves, Huskies, Jaguars, Titans, Chargers, Dragons, Saints, Braves, Red Devils, Rockets, and Pioneers. My high school, Waterloo Collegiate Institute, the Vikings. The Vikes! We were the Vikes. It was great. We were the Vikes. Oh, all the way with the Vikes. Yeah, not even Plymouth, Missouri called them Pilgrims. They are Eagles and Panthers for North and South kids used to go there. Very interesting. Well done, everybody. There's your first quiz. All done. Beautifully done. Nicely participated on that one. That one went well. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, now I'm going to give you guys some skill testers here. I think I'm going to ask you if you could try to identify certain Americans. I'm going to give you famous Americans, but I'm going to give you their nicknames, and you tell me what their real names were. All right. Let's see. NTPC smiling when she reads this. Now, let's see if you can figure this out. I'm going to give you the nicknames of some of the most famous Americans of all time. You tell me the real name of these people. All right, let's see what's going on here. Brittany, we got less than an hour to go left on the road for the day. Way to go, Brittany. All righty, here we go, you guys. The first lady of the American theater. What is her real name? She lived from 1900 to 1993, and she was loved by many. How about the good gray poet? He lived from 1819 to 1892. I'll give you a hint. This guy was heavily quoted in the series done by Ken Burns, The Civil War. Good gray poet. Who is this guy? We've got Helen Hayes. That's right. Helen Hayes, the first lady of the American theater. Beautifully done. Jack Wise, nice done. Nice job. Good one. John Wayne. No. Edgar Allan Poe. No. Let's continue on. The greatest showman on earth. Who was that guy from 1810 to 1891? The greatest showman on earth. All right. I'm not looking for Elvis or Marion Morrison or these guys. No, none of these are correct. I'm looking for Lady Lindy. Who was known as Lady Lindy? She was alive from 1897 to 1937. Who are we after here? We have Walt Whitman. Yes, Walt Whitman is coming. That is correct. The good gray poet, Walt Whitman. Very well done. Barnum, P.T. Barnum, Ringling Circus, the greatest showman on earth, P.T. Barnum. That is correct. Beautiful job, P.T. Barnum. Amelia Earhart. Yes. Well done. The Lady Lindy, named after Lindbergh, the pilot. That's great. Now, the great nullifactor. The great nullifactor from 1782 to 1850. King of the Wild Frontier. Who was that guy? 1786 to 1836. King of the Wild Frontier. Who was Old Rough and Ready from 1784 to 1850? Old Rough and Ready. Who are these guys? Let's see. We got P.T. Barnum. Let's see for these others. The Great Nullifactor, King of the Wild Frontier, Old Rough and Ready, The Belle of Amherst from 1830 to 1886, The People's Tycoon, 1863 to 1947. Who's this guy? We have Clark. No. We have John C. Calhoun. That's right. The Great Nullifactor. Very well done. Davy Crockett. That's right. Davy Crockett. It was NTPC and Jack and Rocky and John and Kirk. You got Davy Crockett from 1786 to 1836. Daniel Boone. No, William Henry Harrison. Nope. Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett. There you go. John D. Rockefeller. Martha Washington. Emily Dickinson. Yes, the Belle of Amherst. Emily Dickinson from 1830 to 1886. Nikki, well done. I'm looking for Old Rough and Ready and The People's Tycoon. Teddy Roosevelt, the Rand Paul. The Great Commoner from 1860 to 1925. The Great Commoner. The Little Magician from 1782 to 1862. Any guesses on these guys? Father of the American Revolution, 1722 to 1803. Father of the American Revolution. Scarface, 1899 to 1947. Who was Scarface? We're getting newer. We're getting more modern. Let's see if you get some of these guys. We've got Zachary Taylor. That's right, Old Rough and Ready, 1784 to 1850. Jack Weiss, well done. How about Houdini? No, I'm not looking for Houdini. We got Washington, not looking for Washington. Jefferson, not looking for Jefferson. Al Capone, Scarface, 1899 to 1947. Yeah. General Paxton, no. Alphonse Capone, yeah, Mr. Capone. We got Al Capone. I'm looking for the People's Tycoon, the Great Commoner, the Little Magician, Father of the American Revolution, the Great Compromiser from 1777 to 1852. What do we got? J.P. Morgan, Franklin, and John Adams. No, and no, not yet. Lady Day, in 1915 to 1959, Lady Day. Patrick Henry. No, Patrick Henry. No, I don't have a Patrick Henry here. Henry Clay. Yes, the great compromiser, Henry Clay, 1777 to 1852. Well done. Patrick Henry, moving on here. And Henry Clay. Thomas Paine, someone's asking me about. Thomas Paine, nope. Or Jay-Z. Fitzgerald, Lil Nas, Rockefeller, Daddy Warbucks, Rothschild, laughing aloud. Ben Franklin, nope. Continuing on, the Brown Bomber from 1914 to 1981. We got Henry Ford, that is correct. Henry Ford, the People's Tycoon, Henry Ford, 1863 to 1947. Henry Ford. Lady Day, the Brown Bomber, the father of the atomic bomb, 1904 to 1967. Angel of the Battlefield, from 1821 to 1912. The Great Emancipator, 1809 to 1865. We have James Brown. Nope. We have Joe Louis. That is correct. The Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, 1914 to 1981. Joe Louis. Hank Aaron, Oppenheimer. That's right. Robert Oppenheimer, 1904 to 1967. The father of the atomic bomb. Clara Barton. Yes, the Angel of the Battlefield, 1821 to 1912. Otto, what's his name? That's who I'm looking for. Abe Lincoln, the Great Emancipator, Abraham Lincoln, 1809 to 1865. Nightingale? Nope, not Nightingale. Look at how do we leave that for the Brit to get? How do we do that? Woohoo! Alrighty, here we go. Who was known as Papa? Papa from 1899 to 1961. The Wizard of Menlo Park from 1847 to 1931. Hey, Blinken. We've got Old Tipper Canoe. Who was that guy from 1773 to 1841? This is U.S. History 101 right here. We're still looking for the great commoner, the little magician, father of the American Revolution, Lady Day, Papa, the Wizard of Menlo Park, and Old Tippy Canoe. We have Molly Brown, Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway was Papa, 1899 to 1961. Yes, Ernest Hemingway. Papa Smurf, Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Edison, the Wizard of Menlo Park, 1847 to 1931. Laughing out loud. Duvalier, Papa Doc, William Henry Harrison. Yes, Old Tippy Canoe, 1773 to 1841. Tyler? No Tyler. Mini-Me, Johnny Appleseed. I apparently failed U.S. history class. William Henry Harrison, Tippy Canoe. That is correct. The great commoner was known as William Jennings Bryan from 1860 to 1925. The little magician, Martin Van Buren, 1782 to 1862. The father of the American Revolution, Samuel Adams, 1722 to 1803. Most people know him as a beer. Lady Day is Billie Holiday, 1915 to 1959, great jazz singer. I'm known as the Yankee of North Carolina, and Nikki is tearing it up. I'd better be on that list. Tony Pecos. And now we're moving on to the next guesses here. Here we go. Father of Texas. Who is known as the Father of Texas, 1793 to 1836? The Kingfish, from 1893 to 1935. The Little Giant, from 1813 to 1861. The Moses of Her People, 1820 to 1913. Buffalo Bill. Who was Buffalo Bill? What was his real name? We have 1846 to 1917 for Buffalo Bill. Ike. Who was known as Ike? We got George Bush. Stephen Austin. We have Stephen F. Austin, father of Texas. Stephen Austin. Nikki, well done. Sam Houston. Nope. Sam Adams, we've done. Sam Houston. Bowie, Austin, Huey Long. Huey Long, the Kingfish. Yes, 1893 to 1935. Kingfish. Pee Wee Herman. Harriet Tubman. Yes, Harriet, the Moses of Her People. 1820 to 1913. Harriet Tubman. Well done. Stephen Douglas, the Little Giant. Yes, 1813 to 1861. William Cody. That's right. The Buffalo Bill was William Cody, 1846 to 1917. Bill Hickok, William Cody. Eisenhower was Ike. I like Ike. That's right. Eisenhower, Dwight D. Eisenhower, 1890 to 1969. That is correct. Well done. The dude in Silence of the Lambs. I passed Black History with flying colors. Eisenhower. It puts the lotion on the basket. Laughing out loud. I got one. All right, let's move on. Father of the Constitution from 1751 to 1836. Old Sink or Swim, 1735 to 1826. The Lone Eagle, 1902 to 1974. Old Blue Eyes, who was known as Old Blue Eyes, 1915 to 1998. First Lady of Cinema, 1907 to 2003. Old Blood and Guts, 1885 to 1945. Who are these guys, these girls? Or it gets the hose again, laughing aloud. Jefferson, nope, not here. Adams, John Adams, Old Sink or Swim. John Adams, 1735 to 1826. Nicky James Madison, that's right. The father of the Constitution is James Madison, 1751 to 1836. Hancock, nope, we're not looking for Hancock. We've got Thomas Jefferson, nope. Franklin, nope. Herbie Hancock, no. Lindbergh, that's right. Charles Lindbergh, the Lone Eagle, 1902 to 1974. Sinatra, not Bing Crosby. Sinatra, Old Blue Eyes, the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra, 1950 to 1998. Correct, everybody. Sinatra. Okay, Johnny Hancock, and that's fun to say. What about General Patton? That's right, George S. Patton, 1885 to 1945. Old Blood and Guts. Molly Pickford, Frank Sinatra, Liz Taylor, Sinatra, go Nicky. Nope. The First Lady of Cinema is who I'm after from the years 1907 to 2003. How about Satchmo? Who was Satchmo? The Velvet Fog. Who was known as the Velvet Fog? The Trust Buster. Who was the Trust Buster? Satchmo from 1901 to 1971, The Velvet Fog, 1925 to 1999, The Trust Buster, 1858 to 1919, Father of His Country, 1732 to 1799. Dorothy Gish? No. Someone from the Golden Girls? Lucille Ball? Louis Armstrong is Satchmo. That's right, Louis Armstrong, 1901 to 1971. The First Lady of Cinema, I'm still looking for her. Lillian Gish, no. Mel Torme, The Velvet Fog, 1925 to 1999. Mel Torme, Louis Armstrong. Kim Jong, Duke Ellington, no, and no. The Trust Buster, Father of His Country, The King of Hollywood, 1901 to 1960. He only lived to be 59 years old. What about Washington? George Washington, the Father of His Country, 1732 to 1799. Mary Pickett? No. Mel Torme, we've done. Moving on, the King of Hollywood. The First Lady of Song, 1917 to 1996. The Sultan of Swat, from 1895 to 1948. The Sage of Monticello, from 1743 to 1826. We have Louis Mayer? Nope. The Tail Gunner Joe, from 1908 to 1957, and Old Hickory from 1767 to 1845. Laugh out loud. What game are we playing? Drunk History? Mayor? No, Babe Ruth. The Sultan of Swat is Babe Ruth. That's right, 1895 to 1948. Teddy Roosevelt, the Trust Buster. Theodore Roosevelt, the Trust Buster, 1858 to 1919. Thomas Jefferson, the Sage of Monticello, 1743 to 1826. Jefferson. We have George Herman Ruth. We have Jefferson. We have Joe McCarthy, Joseph McCarthy, Tail Gunner Joe, 1908 to 1957. Jefferson. Sandlot, Alexander Hamilton. No, and no. Andrew Jackson. Yes, Old Hickory, Andrew Jackson, 1767 to 1845. beat a dude with a cane. We're still looking for the First Lady of Cinema, King of Hollywood, the First Lady of Song. Those are the last three I needed, and you guys have run out of guesses. We're looking for First Lady of Theater, First Lady of Cinema, Katharine Hepburn, 1907 to 2003. The King of Hollywood, Clark Gable, 1901 to 1960, died at age 59. The First Lady of Song, Ella Fitzgerald, 1917 to 1996. And there we have Ella. We got Ella. And Auntie, you got her. You got her. We're done. We have got the nicknames of the most famous Americans done like dinner. Well done, everybody. You powered through that one very, very well without very many hints. Nicely done. All right, let's move on now to the next quiz. All right. Oh, man, here we go. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Are we going to have fun with this one? We're going to have fun with this one. Here we go, kids. Let's move on to the next quiz here. Of course, Ella. Here we go. Can you name the artists, musical artists, with the longest spans between consecutive number one hits in the first 60 years of the Hot 100, 1958 to 2015? How many weeks or years, you don't have to tell me how many, name artists that have had the longest time between number one hits. What artists have had the longest time frame between number ones? Let's see how we do on this one. Yes, I can. Michael Jackson is being guessed here. Michael Jackson, distance between number one hits for Michael Jackson, 365 weeks. Michael Jackson had the hit Ben in 1972 and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough in 1979. 365 weeks. Michael Jackson. He is, out of 25, he is number 20. The Beach Boys, number 2. They went 1,143 weeks between number one hits. Their 1966 hit, Good Vibrations, and their 1988 hits, Kokomo. 2 number one hits. Way apart for the Beach Boys. How about that? Bon Jovi. What about Bon Jovi for distance between number ones? Nope, doesn't make the list. What about John Denver? Long time between number ones. John Denver did not make this cut. No. Let's move on. We are coming in now with Queen, the group Queen. Number one hits. Distance between number one hits for Queen. Not in this list. What about the Beatles? The Beatles between number one hits. Nope, not on this list. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston. Distance between number one hits for Whitney Houston. Nope. Michael Jackson, we've done. Prince. What about Prince? Distance between number one hits. Prince. Nope, not on this list. Streisand. Barbara Streisand. Nope. Not Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole. Nope. I know what you're thinking about though. What about Paul McCartney? Paul McCartney. Nope. Nope. You have to have at least 320 weeks. So that's at least 6-7 years between number ones. So we Paul McCartney doesn't make this list. Dolly Parton. What about Dolly Parton between number one hits all time? Distance, no, not Dolly. Good night, says Jack. That's Thomas. The Stones, the Rolling Stones between number one hits. The Rolling Stones. Nope. Cher, the number one artist all time is Cher. 1,303 weeks between number one hits. 1974, she had Dark Lady as a number one hit. And in 1999, she had Believe. It took 25 years between number ones for Cher all by herself. Number one in the world. What a streak for Cher. The Righteous Brothers. Number one hits, Righteous Brothers. Nope. The Bee Gees. What about the Bee Gees, Bruce? The Bee Gees, number one. Nope. Whitney, we tried. Madonna. What about Madonna for number one hit droughts? Madonna. Looking for Madonna, and she is not on this list. Reba McEntire. Nope, not Reba. What about Lionel Richie? Number one hit drought for Lionel Richie. No, not Lionel. Aerosmith. Number one hits for Aerosmith. Gap in between. Nope. Mariah Carey. What about Mariah Carey? Gaps between number ones. No. Elvis. Yes, Elvis is on this list. Elvis Presley, 392 weeks. In 1962, Good Luck Charm. In 1969, Suspicious Minds. 7 years for Elvis. What about Frank Sinatra? Frank Sinatra. Nope, we don't have Frank Sinatra. Debbie, no, it's a solo singer's number one. Dang, can't see the face, just not remembering the name. Bee Gees, no. Dolly Parton, no. Elton John, Bruce. What about Elton John? Number one drought for Elton. 805 weeks. 1976, Don't Go Breaking My Heart with Kiki D, one of the songs I hate the most. And in 1992, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Elton John went 805 weeks without a number one. Oh my gosh. All right, keep going here. George Harrison. Oh, yes. 759 weeks. George Harrison in 1973, solo artist, Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. 1988, Got My Mind Set on You. George Harrison, 15 years between number ones. Elvis, Will Smith. What about Will Smith? I don't think Will Smith's had two number ones. James Taylor. James Taylor. No, no, wait. Frank Sinatra, we've done Jackson Browne. Jackson Browne, time between number one hits for Jackson Browne. No. The Osmonds. No. Garth Brooks. Well, there's a thought. Number ones for Garth Brooks. I don't have Garth Brooks on this list. No can do. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash, number one hits. Nope. Rick Nelson. No. The Eagles, number one hits for the Eagles. Between one and the nope. Tina Turner, no. George Jones, no. Journey, no. Eric Clapton. What about Eric Clapton? Number one hits. No can do. Better be John Cougar Mellencamp. What about Johnny Cougar Mellencamp? None of the iterations of John Cougar are working here. How about Bruce Springsteen, the boss? Bruce Springsteen, gaps between number ones. Nope. George Strait, no, I couldn't find if I tried. The Bee Gees we've done already. The boss, Billy Joel. Here we go. Billy Joel in 1983, 324 weeks. 1983, Tell Her About It. 1989, We Didn't Start the Fire. 324 weeks for Billy Joel. Number ones. Janet Jackson. No. Jackson 5. The Jackson 5. No. Willie Nelson. Number one hits. Willie Nelson. No can do. The Cars. No. Willie Nelson. No. Let's move on. Rick Springfield. A. Franklin. Led Zeppelin. Celine Dion. Queen. And Robert Plant. No, and no. I got to give you hints here. Mercy Me. Brittany is wondering. The song, this artist had a number one hit in 1967. Then she, as a solo artist, had another hit in 1987. She went 1,037 weeks between number one hits. Her hit in 1967 was Respect. Her hit in 1987 was I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. Who am I talking about here? Is there Fleetwood Mac in the house? No. Aerosmith, no. It was Always Turning Since the World's Been Burning. No, and no. Who was the lady that had the number one song, Respect? What about Justin Timberlake, Bruce? Justin Timberlake for number ones. Yes, 482 weeks in 07. Justin Timberlake had What Goes Around Comes Around. And in 2016, Can't Stop the Feeling. Justin Timberlake, 482 weeks, 9 years. We've done Cher. Aretha, holy crap, Aretha Franklin. That is correct. Aretha Franklin, 1,037 weeks between Respect, and I knew you were waiting for me. 20 years for Aretha Franklin to have another number one hit. The number 3 longest streak of all time. Aretha, I got one, Aretha, yay! Did you say Marvin Gaye? I did not say Marvin Gaye. And I'm still not saying Marvin Gaye. John Van, nice find. Stevie Nicks, no, saw that earlier. Wow, laughing out loud. Okay, the next one, 785 weeks between number ones. In 1959, the song was called Lonely Boy. In 1974, the song was called You're Having My Baby. This was 785 weeks between number one songs. He's still alive, and he's an incredible songwriter, and he's Canadian. Oh my goodness, who is this guy? 785 weeks, 15 years. Now we have Stevie Wonder. Yes, 492 weeks for Stevie Wonder. 1963, Fingertips Part 2. 1973, Superstition, 20 years. 10 years for Stevie Wonder. 10 years for Stevie between number ones. Yes, Jerry Lewis. No, Smokey Robinson. No. Michael McDonald. David, that was a guess. No, Michael McDonald. 1959, Lonely Boy. I'm just a lonely boy. 1959 and 1974, You're Having My Baby. What a lovely way to tell me how much you love me. Who did those two songs? Paul Anka. That is correct. CLC. Paul Anka. 785 weeks between number ones. Okay, 777 weeks between number ones. In 1971, this male solo artist recorded the song called Do You Think I'm Sexy? And in 1994, his next number one hit, All for Love. Who did those two songs, 1979 to 1994, 777 weeks? Oh my gosh. Ray Charles, by chance? Was he on this list? No. Jerry Garcia? No. Wayne Newton, by chance? No. Just under 30 minutes left on the road. James Brown, Paul Anka. It's Paul Anka. Paul Anka did Lonely Boy and You're Having My Baby. That's right. Tom Jones, did he have a long time between number ones? No, he's not on this list. Rod Stewart, that is correct. Rod Stewart. 777 weeks between number one hits. Wow, Rod, way to go. Okay, 650 weeks is our next one. 650 weeks. In 1962, this male artist recorded the song Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. 650 weeks later, 1975, Laughter in the Rain was his next number one hit. Who am I talking about? Male solo artist Gerardo. He was great. Rod Stewart. I hated that song. Rod Stewart. Damn, you beat me, the Rod. That's right. Now, 650 weeks. Who am I talking about? We're talking about Breaking Up Is Hard to Do and Laughter in the Rain. Yes, Sedaka. Neil Sedaka. Well done. He is back. Neil Sedaka, 62 to 75, 650 weeks. All right. Here's your next one, kids. We have more coming in here. Sedaka, laughing out loud. Rod, I sang Do You Think I'm Sexy on the PA at my girlfriend's grocery store in high school. There you go. 607 weeks. 643 weeks, excuse me. 643 weeks between number ones. In 1974, the song was Do-a-Diddy. In 1977, one of the songs I hate the most, Blinded by the Light. Oh my God, I hate that song. Who did Do-a-Diddy and Blinded by the Light? 64 to 77, 643 weeks between number ones. Can't believe Blinded by the Light went to number one. I hated that song so much. Then I have 607 weeks. In 1968, This Guy's in Love with You. And in 1976, December 1963, Oh What a Night. Who did those songs? I love that song, SVT, Get Out of My House. Manford Mann. That's right, Thomas and John. Manford Mann did Do-a-Diddy, Blinded by the Light, 643 weeks. Excruciating 1977 year for me. That was terrible. The Wrapped Up Douche. Oh no. Herb Alpert, yes, 588 weeks. 1968, This Guy's in Love with You. 1979, Rise. But I've got another one. Who am I after here? I'm after the 1964 song Rag Doll, the 1976 song December 1963, Oh What a Night. Who did those two songs? 607 weeks between number ones. Never knew those were the same person. Oh my God. Get movie and perfect song for it. Blow. Get movie and perfect song for it. Rag Doll. You're my rag doll. Who? My dad loved her to Apple. Frankie Valli. Four Seasons. Yes, Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. 1964 to 1976. That is correct. Okay, the next artist I'm looking for. 586 weeks without a number one hit. We went 1974. Then Came You. 1986. That's What Friends Are For. Who did those two songs? Those are number one songs. Then Came You. That's What Friends Are For from 74 to 86. Who had those number one songs? 507 weeks, 1999. This artist did the song Baby One More Time. And in 2008, Womanizer, the two number one hits separating 507 weeks of time. We have Dionne Warwick. That's right. Dionne Warwick, Then Came You, and That's What Friends Are For. Exactly. Now, 1999, Baby Hit Me One More Time. And Womanizer in 2008. Who did those songs? Britney Spears. Yes. Britney Spears, 507 weeks between number ones. How about that? Now we're looking for 398 weeks between number one hits. We're looking for the 1975 song called Fame, which was co-sung with John Lennon. And 1983, Let's Dance. Who did those two songs? Number ones. We have Fifth Dimension coming in here. No Fifth Dimension needed. 1975, Fame. 1983, Let's Dance. Who am I talking about here? A legendary artist. 398 weeks between number one songs. Fame, Fame. And Let's Dance. Let's Dance. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Behave, John. Bowie. David Bowie. That is correct. David Bowie. David Bowie. David Bowie. That's right. It's David Bowie. David Bowie. 398 weeks between number ones. 1975 and 1983. Okay, 340 weeks for this artist. 340 weeks. 1962. Sheila. 1969. Dizzy. Do you remember the song Dizzy? Sheila and Dizzy, the same artist. 340 weeks apart, 1962 to 1969. Has Madonna been said already? Yes, she has. And she is not on this list. Bowie, we did it too easy. Under Pressure. Hated that Fame song. I said Madonna. She's not on the list. It doesn't matter. Ready for the World. Bless you. What are the two songs? Who's this artist? Sheila and Dizzy. Dizzy. I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning. Do 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 do. Who did that song? Do 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 do. I'm so dizzy. Do 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 do. Dizzy. I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning. Do 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 do. This is a classic song. You have to know this. If you know rock and roll, you have to know this song. Who did Sheila and Dizzy? 1969. All right, 335 weeks. In 1972, the song was called Song Song Blue. In 1978, the song was called You Don't Bring Me Flowers Anymore. Who did those two songs? We have Tommy Roe. That's right, Tommy Roe. 62 to 69. Dizzy in 69. Not Tommy James, Tommy Roe, yes. Okay, 1972, Song Song Blue. 1978, You Don't Bring Me Flowers. Who did those two number one songs? Legendary performer. Okay, 330 weeks from 02, A Moment Like This. From 2009, My Life Would Suck Without You. Who did those two songs? Rocky You Got, Neil Diamond. Yes! Song Sung Blue. You Don't Bring Me Flowers. That is right. 2002, A Moment Like This. 2009, My Life Would Suck Without You. Who am I talking about here? 330 weeks between number one hits. Yes, NTPC. Kelly Clarkson. Yes. This is our second last one here. 325 weeks between number one hits. In 1982, Hard to Say I'm Sorry. In 1988, Look Away. Who did those two number one songs? We got Kelly Clarkson. Well done, everybody. Who did the number one songs? Hard to Say I'm Sorry and Look Away from 82 to 88. Who am we talking about here? Chicago. Yes, Chicago. Hard to Say I'm Sorry. Look Away. That is correct. Chicago. Not Whitesnake, not Air Supply. It is Chicago. And it's not the Eurythmics. Last one. Here we go. This is the last one. 320 weeks between number one hits. In 2001, the name of the song, Fallin', Fallin. In 2007, the name of the song, No One. Who did those two number one hits? Fallin' and No One. 2001 and 2007. Female single artist. Who did Fallin' and No One? Two number one hits. This finishes the quiz. Anybody know? Eminem, Tom Petty. No. Female artist. Tom Petty. Talking Heads. Female solo artist. Anybody know? Eminem, Tom Petty, Talking Heads. No. I'm falling and no one is picking me up. It's Alicia Keys. Crap, tip of my tongue. Tony Braxton, Lady Gaga, Avril Lavigne. Alicia Keys is who it is. It's not Whitney. Well done. It's Alicia Keys. And that finishes this quiz. Oh, my. You guys did okay. With a couple of hints, you got it, and you got it all. All righty. Now, this one here is going to test you guys. Some of you older folks will get this. Some of you younger folks will get some of these. It all depends what your age group is. This could be interesting. We're going to set this up right here with my magic pencil for my big-ass iPad. Let's see how we do on this one. I am looking for the musical artist that would have had the most number one hits during these presidencies of these presidents. So I want you to tell me who would have had the most number one hits when Harry S. Truman was the president of the United States. That would be from 46 to 54 or so, or 52, 46 to 52. Who would have had the most number one hits when Dwight D. Eisenhower was president from 52 until 59, 60? Who would have had these number one hits? Elvis, definitely for Eisenhower. Elvis Presley had a whole bunch of number one hits. I think 14 number one hits during Eisenhower's administration. Exactly. Excuse me. Let's see here. What else we got here? We've got a lot of guesses coming in here all over the place. Now, John F. Kennedy from 60 to 63. Who would have had the most hits during that time frame from 60 to 63? There were 3 hits. The hits were known as Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Walk Like a Man. Who did those hits during the Kennedy years from 60 to 63? They had the most number one hits up until 60 to 63. Anybody having any ideas? 3 number one hits. Sherry, Sherry baby. Yeah, the Four Seasons. Yes, they had the most number one hits during the Kennedy years. All right. The Lyndon Baines Johnson years from 63 until 68. Lyndon Baines Johnson, who had the most hits during Lyndon Johnson's administration, and they had 16 number ones during those years. 16 number one hits during the Lyndon Baines Johnson administration. From 63 to 68, they took the world by storm. They were on the Ed Sullivan Show. Yes, the Beatles. Yes, you got it. The Beatles, 16 number one hits during the Johnson administration. Wow, amazing. Yes. All right. Now, Richard R. Nixon. There were two artists that each had four number one hits during the administration. The Beatles were one of the two, but there was another artist that also had four hits during the Nixon years, which went from 68 until 76 when he had to resign in disgrace. Who were these artists that had the Beatles and somebody else? I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There were their number one hits during the Nixon administration. I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There. I'll be there. Just call my name. I'll be there. Who am I talking about? There you go. You got it. The Jackson 5. It's embedded in your brain. You can't get rid of those songs. That is correct. Okay, under Gerald Ford, from 76 until 79, I believe it was, this gentleman had four number one hits. This gentleman had four number one hits, and they were known as Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Philadelphia Freedom, Island Girl, Don't Go, Breaking My Heart. Who am I talking about here who had four number one hits during the Gerald Ford administration? Single solo British artist, and he is still singing today. Yes, it's Elton John. That's right, Thomas. Elton John had four number one hits during the Gerald Ford years. Well done, exactly. He did a cover of a Beatles song. That's why you're thinking the Beatles, but it was Elton John doing Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. All right, during the Jimmy Carter administration, 4 years from 79 to 83, I guess it would have been, or something like that. Am I right on that? I'm trying to remember the exact years for Jimmy Carter. No, some 76 to 80. From 76 to 80, Jimmy Carter. What artist had six number one hits? Six number one hits. How Deep Is Your Love? Staying Alive, Night Fever, Too Much Heaven, Tragedy, Love You Inside Out. What artist had six number one hits during the Jimmy Carter administration? The disco era was alive and well here, big time. The Bee Gees, yes, the Bee Gees. How Deep Is Your Love? Staying Alive, Night Fever, Too Much Heaven, Tragedy, Love You Inside and Out. All right, the Ronald Reagan years, 1980 to 88 or so. This artist had 8 number one hits. Male artist, solo artist, number one hits, 8 of them during the Ronnie Reagan era from 1980 to 88. The songs were known as Billie Jean, Beat It, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Bad, Say, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, Dirty Diana. Who am I talking about? Yes, of course, it is Michael Jackson with 8 number one hits during the Ronnie Reagan years. Absolutely right. All right, George H.W. Bush, 4 years from 88 to 92. He had 2 artists who each had 6 number one hits in 4 years. They were rocking. We're talking about hits like Straight Up, Forever Your Girl, Cold Hearted, Opposites Attract, Rush, The Promise of a New Day. That's one of the artists. The other artist had songs known as Vision of Love, Love Takes Time, Someday, I Don't Want to Cry, Emotions, I'll Be There. What are the 2 artists I'm looking for? Yes, Paula Abdul is correct. She had 6 number one hits, and then someone else had 6 more. Who had the other 6? It's not Janet. Who had the other 6 number one? Yeah, Mariah Carey. Absolutely. Mariah had 6 hits in 4 years. These 2 girls had 12 number ones in 4 years between them during the George H.W. Bush years. After George H.W. Bush, we went into the Bill Clinton presidency for 8 years, 92 to 2000. This artist had 9 number one hits. 9 number ones. Who am I talking about right here? The number one hits during that year would be Dream Lover, Hero, Fantasy, One Sweet Day, Always Be My Baby, Honey, My All, Heartbreaker, Thank God I Found You. Who am I talking about? Who am I talking about? Mariah Carey, of course. Mariah Carey. It was Mariah Carey during the Bill Clinton years. 9 number one hits in 8 years. She already had 6 with George H.W. Bush. 50 number ones in 12 years. Yes, she's the queen of number ones. Mariah Carey. All right, George W. Bush. For 8 years, the son was the president. This artist had 7 number one hits during the George Bush presidency from 2000 until 2008. The number one hits were You Remind Me, You Got It Bad, Yeah, Burn, Confessions Part 2, My Boo, Love in This Club. Who is the artist I am talking about with titles like this? Prince, Run DMC? No. Who was the artist with 7 number one hits? LFO. We're looking for You Remind Me, You Got It Bad. Yeah, Burn, Confessions Part 2. Beyonce? Usher. It was Usher. It was 7 number one hits during the George Bush years. It was Usher. During the Obama presidency, 8 years from 2008 until 16, we had an artist who had 8 number one hits. 8 of them. During the Obama years, 8 hits. The hits were known as California Girls, spelled Gurls, Teenage Dream, Firework, E.T., Last Friday Night, TGIF, Part of Me, Roar, and Dark Horse. Who had these number one hits during the Obama presidency? Anybody know who this is? 8 number one hits. California Girls, Teenage Dream, Firework, E.T., Last Friday Night, TGIF, Part of Me, Roar, and Dark Horse. Katy Perry. There you go. You guys know your Katy Perry. Yes, she had 8 number one hits. Now, during the Trump presidency, this is the last one we need. For 4 years, from 16 to 20, we had 2 artists that each had 4 number one hits. 2 of them each had 4 number ones. The first artist, the songs were Rockstar, Psycho, Sunflower, and Circles. The second artist had 4 number ones, known as God's Plan, Nice or What, In My Feelings, and Toozy Slide. Really? These are artists? These are songs? I can't believe it. Who am I talking about? What artist am I looking for during the Trump era? They both had a bunch of number one hits. Drake. Yes, Drake had God's Plan, Nice or What, In My Feelings, and Toozy Slide. The other artist I'm looking for now, let's see here. No. Haven't got him yet. Rockstar, Psycho, Sunflower, and Circles are the names of these songs. I don't know who we've got them yet. I still haven't got these names. Still waiting. Still waiting. Who recorded Rockstar, Psycho, Sunflower, and Circles between 2016 2020? All number one hits during the Trump era. My twin, Anti-PC, is saying, we're looking at Post Malone is who I'm looking for. Post Malone had 4 number one hits with Drake. Unbelievable. There you go. Now, the only one you didn't get was during the Harry Truman administration. Harry S. Truman administration from 1945 until 1952. Harry S. Truman, 7 number one hits. They were Till the End of Time, Prisoner of Love, Surrender, Chai Baby, Chai Baba, Some Enchanted Evening, If, Don't Let the Stars Get in Your Eyes. Anybody have a clue who I'm talking about? I don't think you do. David had Post Malone up there. Who am I talking about? What artist recorded these songs from 1945 until 1952? Number one hits. Till the End of Time, Prisoner of Love, Surrender, Chai Baby, Chai Baba, Some Enchanted Evening, If, Don't Let the Stars Get in Your Eyes. This artist had a ton of number one hits. And Colleen, Perry Como. That is right. Still alive. Perry Como. He's not still alive today, but he was still alive until the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. Perry Como, the number one artist of that era. Wow. Unbelievable. Those were your quizzes. All those quizzes right there for those presidential administration top artists of the day. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Goofy or what? I got one more quiz for you. One more to go. Let's see how you do on this last one. Almost dead while alive. That's right. Perry Como, I call BS. All righty. Last quiz of the day. Let's see how you do on this one. I am looking for the names of cities, the 55 cities with 100,000 people or more that are closest to the Great Lakes. They can't be any more than 251 miles away from the Great Lakes. What are the largest cities in America that are within 251 miles of the Great Lakes? Tell me the names of the cities all around the Great Lakes. Okay, New Orleans. New Orleans. No, I don't. That's not going to work for us. I think that's down by the Gulf of Mexico. It's a little more than 251 miles away from the Great Lakes. I'm sorry to say. How about New York City? New York does not make it. It's a little too far away. Actually, no, it is correct. It is. This is a correct guess. I'm just giving you a hard time. Yeah, New York City, 230 miles away from the Great Lakes. New York City. Yes, well done. All right, let's move on here. Chicago. Well, of course, right on Lake Michigan. Chicago is 0 miles away from the Great Lakes. Chicago. What about Cleveland? Yeah, 0 miles away from the Great Lakes. Lake Erie, right there on the shore, Lake Erie. What about Detroit, Michigan? 0 miles away between Lake Erie and Lake Huron. What about Columbus, Ohio? Columbus, Ohio, 102 miles away from the Great Lakes. Chicago, we've done. What about Erie? Erie, Pennsylvania. That is right. 0 miles from Lake Erie is Erie. That is right. Moving on to some more guesses. Cities closest to the Great Lakes: Cleveland, Chicago, Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, 135 miles away. Dayton, Ohio. Detroit, we've done. Milwaukee, 0 miles away from Lake Michigan. That is correct. What about Lansing, Michigan? Lansing, Bruce, that's got to be close. Lansing, it's near 86 miles away from the Great Lakes. Detroit. Evanston, Illinois. Evanston, Illinois. How close is Evanston, Illinois to the Great Lakes? Evanston. Is it a city of 100,000 people? That is the other question. Is it a large enough town to make this list? I don't see it. I don't have it. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Yes, Minneapolis, 133 miles away. Well done. Moving on to the next city, Milwaukee. We've already got Cincinnati. Cincy. Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati is 184 miles away. Yes, indeed. Toledo, Ohio, 0 miles away from Lake Erie. Detroit, we've got. Toronto is in Canada, not USA. Milwaukee, we've done. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania does not rank. It's too far away, more than 251 miles away from the Great Lakes. And then I said, no, Bruce, I just found it. No, Pittsburgh is closer than that. Pittsburgh is only 110 miles away from the Great Lakes. It's right near Columbus in distance. How about that? Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania does count after all. Detroit, we've done. Auntie's laughing out loud here. Thank you, everybody. Green Bay, Wisconsin, Bruce. Green Bay is 0 miles away from Lake Michigan. What about Madison? Madison. That would be Madison, Wisconsin, I would say. Madison is 75 miles away from Lake Michigan. Cleveland, we've done. Buffalo, New York is 0 miles away from the Great Lakes. Exactly. Chicago, we've done. Cleveland, we have done. Let's move on here to St. Paul. We've done. Damn, my dyslexia. Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. Is it close enough to count Omaha, Nebraska. No, I don't think so. I don't think Omaha's close enough. I'm terrible at spelling, but autocorrect tells me traveling is one L too heavy. I was guessing before he even asked the question. Cincinnati, we've done. Moving on here. Let's go here. Other cities within 250 miles of the Great Lakes, 251 miles of the Great Lakes. Syracuse in New York. Syracuse, 34 miles away. Detroit, we've done. Pace, Paconti? What is that? What is that? I don't see that anywhere. Rochester in New York State. Rochester, yes, 184 miles away from the Great Lakes. Cincinnati, we've done. Columbus, we've done. Waukegan, Illinois, I believe, or Waukegan. Is it Waukegan? Indiana, what is it? Waukegan. 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 Is it large enough to count? I can't find it. Putin Bay. I don't know what that is. Toledo. We've done. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Grand Rapids in Michigan. 29 miles away from the Great Lakes. Toledo. We've done. Jackson, Michigan. Jackson, Michigan. Is Jackson, Michigan large enough to count on this quiz? Jackson, Michigan. I don't have it. Grand Rapids. We've done Grand Rapids. Evanston, Illinois, right by Chicago. Well, that's a suburb. It might have been counted as part of the suburb of Ella, Chicago. Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Mount Pleasant. Does it have 100,000 people? That is the question. I can't find it. Minnewaca, Minnesota. Minnewaca in Minnesota. Minnewaca. Does it have 100,000 people to count on this quiz? And or is it even close enough? I don't see it here. Kenosha. Kenosha, Wisconsin, maybe? Is that what I'm thinking here? Kenosha. Kenosha. Not finding it. No. Duluth. Yeah, Duluth should be big enough. Duluth should be close enough. Is it big enough? I don't see Duluth here, but it's certainly on the river, right? Or on the lake. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ann Arbor, 40 miles away. Yes, it counts. Northwestern University is there, not Chicago. Mom went there. Indianapolis. We've done Indianapolis. Have we not? No, we have not. We did Minneapolis. Indianapolis, 140 miles away. It counts too. Thank you. Madison, Wisconsin, we've done. I am Cincinnati, we've done. Green Bay, we've done. Dayton, we've done. I have family lived in Michigan and live in Ohio now. I have an upper hand. Albany, the capital of New York State. Albany, New York. Is Albany on this list? And is Albany big enough to count on this list? I would think it would be the capital of New York State. I mean, come on. Come on. Albany's got to be here. Gotta be. Albany's gotta be. Can't find it though, but I'm sure it's here. Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio, 34 miles away from the Great Lakes. Oops, Toronto. That's Canada. That's not going to work. Canton, Ohio, home of the NFL Hall of Fame. If I'm not mistaken, is that not Canton or is that Baseball Hall of Fame? Canton. I can't find Canton on my list here. Can't find Canton. All right, it might not be big enough. Sandusky might not be big enough, and it is not. Buffalo, we've done. I am Ohio. Yeah, Auntie. Philadelphia, yes, 247 miles away, just made the list. Albany, no can do. New Orleans, no good, not too far away. Way too far away. Let's see, in Powell. Thomas, in Powell, is there a city called Powell that's going to work here? Not seeing Powell on my list. Rochester, we've done. Kellogg, Michigan. I don't think so. Not seeing it. Going to keep going here. Let's see. Plattsburgh, New York. Plattsburgh, does it have 100,000 people is the question. Plattsburgh, not on the list at all. Wausau, Wisconsin. Wausau. We'll keep an eye out for that. I don't see it here. Poughkeepsie. Not seeing Poughkeepsie. Illinois was a near Waukegan. Fargo, North Dakota. I don't think so. Thunder Bay is in Canada. My husband and I have made it to our Airbnb for the night. Way to go, Brittany. Well done. Cincinnati, Fargo, don't you know? Kenosha, Wisconsin, Troy, Michigan. What about Troy? Troy, Michigan. Is it large enough to make the list? Troy, don't have it. Springfield, there should be a Springfield. There's always a Springfield. Massachusetts, 211 miles away. Illinois, 171 miles away. There's two Springfields right there. 2 and 1. How about that? Bet you weren't thinking about Massachusetts. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana, Bruce. Gary, Indiana. Nope. NFL Hall of Fame, yes. Montpelier, Vermont. Montpelier, you'd think that would work. You would think so if it's big enough. I mean, think about how close it is. Montpelier, I can't find it. Burlington, Vermont. What about Burlington in Vermont? Is it close enough to make it? It should be. Is it big enough to make it? That is the issue, and I don't see it here. South Bend, Illinois. Is that right? South Bend? Yes. Indiana, South Bend, Indiana, 25 miles away. Well done. No, Powell has 200,000, only 20,000. Roseville, California. Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford in Connecticut, 220 miles away. Yes, a Little Rock in Arkansas. That might be a bit too far south to work here. Little Rock, I think we're too far away. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, the city of Boston. Looking for Boston, Massachusetts. How close to the Great Lakes is Boston? Why can't I find Boston? I can't believe I can't find Boston. I would have thought that between Philadelphia and Boston, Boston would make the list. I'm going to keep looking. I'm still looking for Boston. Where the heck is Boston here? What is with Boston? I mean, come on. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Neil Diamond, Youngstown, New York, I believe. Can't find Youngstown. Might not be big enough. Isn't the Playboy Mansion at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin? I'm just saying. Providence, Rhode Island. Can't find it. Springfield, awesome. Are we saying where we're from? No, we're looking at cities closest to the Great Lakes with 100,000 people or more. Have to be within 251. Utica, 251 miles. Utica, New York. Utica. Can't find Utica either. What did Tennessee? What Tennessee? Same thing. Arkansas? No. I'm looking for a city in New York named after a character from the Jack Benny show. The Jack Benny radio and television program had a famous character on there named after the city. If Springfield, Massachusetts, with 211, Boston's got to be there. That's what I was thinking. Worcester, Massachusetts. 242 miles. It counts. I can't believe I can't find Boston. James Brown, Miami, Worcester, Massachusetts, Rochester, New York. That's right, Rochester, 8 miles from the Great Lakes. Yeah. Ollie, I'm looking for a suburb of Greater Chicago, well-to-do neighborhood. I'm looking for somewhere in Minnesota that is named there's a U.S. senator, a female U.S. senator who wants to raise your taxes on the rich, not you poor people. She wants to raise taxes on the very wealthy. What's her last name? Michigan has a town named after this woman. Not named after, but her last name works here. Worcester, Mass, not Worcester, Worcester. Thank you, David. St. Paul, we've done Glenview and Rochester. We've done Rochester. Glenview, I am not showing Glenview. Am I? I am not. What am I looking for? Let's see here. Graham, someone's asking about Graham. I'm looking for another city that housed the jail that the Blues Brother was in. What jail, what town, what penitentiary or state penitentiary was the Blues Brother in? We have Warren, Massachusetts. Warren, Michigan. That is correct. 10 miles from the Great Lakes. Warren, Michigan. Thank you. St. Cloud, Fauchantis. Hey, Brewster, Rand Paul's birthplace, Joliet. That's right, Joliet, Illinois, 32 miles from the Great Lakes. Joliet, that's right. Elizabeth Warren, well done. Illinois, where Wayne's World was filmed from the public television station. In what town in Illinois was Wayne's World created? Does anyone know? Scranton, Scranton, PI? Scranton. I don't have Scranton here. No. Sing Sing, a Joliet Jake. That's right, in Elwood Blues. Aurora. That's right. Aurora, Illinois is where Wayne's World is from, 37 miles from the Great Lakes. In Michigan, you need this to make a lighter work. You have to have this in a lighter, otherwise a lighter will not light. It's not the fuel, it's the other thing in a lighter. You have to have one of these. What is the name of the town in Michigan named after this item? We have Aurora. Way to go, everybody. Aurora. Remember the TV show in the 70s called The Blank Files? It was a private detective, Blank Files. Flint, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Yes, Flint, Michigan is another one, 60 miles from the Great Lakes. Blank Files. Does anyone know Blank Files? The city, the name of the detective series with the guy who lived in a trailer. Yeah, Rockford Files. That's right, the Rockford Files. 65 miles from the Great Lakes. Something, Indiana. Blank, Indiana. I can't give you either word because it'll just give it right away. Blank, Indiana. Anybody know? Another place in Indiana. St. Paul, Minnesota, we've done already. Let's see. Something Rapids, Iowa. Something Rapids. James Garner. That's right, James Garner. Remember him? I met James Garner in Norman, Oklahoma. How about that? Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's right, 97 miles away from the Great Lakes. South Bend, Indiana. South Bend. Let's take a look for South Bend. Have we not done South Bend already? We may have already. Gary, Indiana. Gary, is there a Gary? I don't have it. Nope, not here. Goshen, Saginaw, Michigan. Saginaw. There's some really good people in Saginaw that I know. Have yet to meet, but that is not a big enough town, I don't think. Grand Rapids. That is right. Grand Rapids is one of them, but there's another city, something Rapids, Grand Rapids, Cedar Rapids. There it is, Cedar Rapids. Very well done. 199 miles away. New Jersey. No. This is a Pennsylvania town that a song was made by Billy Joel of this place, an industrial town. They've all moved away. What is the name of this town in Pennsylvania? They all moved away from this place. Anybody know? Let's go. Grand Rapids, Fort Wayne. That show is the reason I want to live in trailer home. Muskegon, over there, Indiana. South Bend. Michael Moore is not a good man. Was not a good man, they say. Grand, Santa Claus, Jersey City, Philadelphia. Allentown, yes, Allentown, 200 miles away from the Great Lakes. Let's see. We have Fargo. Somebody gave me Fargo like 3 times and I ignored it. 222 miles away. Fargo, North Dakota. 222 miles away. How about that? Beautiful done. Pontiac, Michigan, Bruce. Pontiac. You got to have Pontiac. Is it a city of 100,000 people? That's the question. Is it a city of at least 100,000? I don't find it. I can't find it. Gloucester, Allentown. Really well done, everybody. I'm still looking for Elgin, Illinois, 27 miles away. Naperville, Illinois, 28 miles away. Peoria, Illinois, 129 miles away. Patterson, New Jersey, 215 miles. Waterbury, Connecticut, 221 miles away. Elizabeth, New Jersey, 225 miles. Stamford, Connecticut, 227 miles away. Yonkers, New York, 230 miles. Newark, New Jersey, 231. Jersey City, 231. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 223 miles. New Haven, Connecticut, 237 miles. Manchester, New Hampshire, 244 miles. Louisville, Kentucky, 244 miles away. Louisville, Kentucky. And Evansville, Indiana, 251 miles away. Those are your cities. Boston was not in here. I cannot believe that. but Boston is right on the Atlantic coast. It might be just too far away to make it. I don't get it, but it isn't there. Those are the cities closest to the Great Lakes with at least 100,000 people or more. How about that? And we're done. We're all done. Today's quizzes, kids, all done. Thank you so much for joining me tonight from wherever you are. Appreciate it. I hope you had some fun tonight. Hope you had a good week. Hope you have a great weekend coming up. We'll see some of you maybe tomorrow or Sunday for the classes. We'll see probably all of you on Monday for one of the 4 shows I'm going to do. 8:30 on Stock Markets with Bruce, 3 o'clock Stock Markets with Bruce, 7 o'clock Eastern for the Hangout show on TWB, and 8 o'clock for the big show on TWB. Thank you, all of you, for being here, following me, supporting this channel on both channels. I love you guys. Great show, says Kirk. I'm going to have to go think about all of this. Good trivia tonight, says Auntie. Good job, team. Have a great weekend, Uncle Bruce and Jen. Fun times. Thank you, Colleen. Good night, guys and girls. Auntie, good night, Dana. Good night, all. Have a pleasant evening, a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Feed your local cat a pretzel and dance the mascarpone down the stairs while sipping whatever. Thank you, Mr. T. Nikki, thanks for the fun trivia. Y'all have a great weekend. John Van, go GameStop. There you go. Thank you, guys. You guys take care. We'll see you on Monday. Bye for now. Thomas, thank you. Elsie, thank you. And Larry, thank you. And a great show, Rocky. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Thank you. Good night to you all. See you next week.